All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Newton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Got it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Double dog. That's the way. Ready. Check out. Read. Deuce. Ready. Go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Leonard Fournette. Big hold of the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Now watch one. Trey Stone travel. Ready.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep over them, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
At the 26-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fournette running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make our score 9-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
1st down, Atlanta.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Kemp. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Maher able to put this one through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Hey, let go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kemp. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kemp. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be how many game-changing plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, check 24. Ready, go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. Back to throw. Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Looking to throw. Love. Open man, here's Foster. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Rough team, 61. Matchbox, light, and go.
To throw on second down. Love eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Great. Hey, check Mike 30.
From the 45 on second down, Newton. And this is caught off the deflection. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
He's coming. We got double up. 20.
Here's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Hey, seam six.
Now this time he'll look to throw, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Marr is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Marr now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Kemp. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw. Kemp. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Newton to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Kemp looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
A gain of 13 yards.
Check it back. Check it
First
back.
down, Falcons.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready? Right to the 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Switch. Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Kemp. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Just like that.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go. Ready. Switch. Ready.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up.